So if you want to be in that romance, then ask. And then what's the worst that could happen? That they turn around and that they say they're not interested? Well, if they're not interested, well, then move on. They're not your person. So if you are in this kind of hiccup right now or this stall, and you expect that other person to, take the reins or what have you, then you're going to be waiting. And I hate for people. I'm somebody. Some people. I don't like waiting. I'm very much a go getter, and I can be very direct as well, which I know can work against a lot of people who are not ready for that conversation. But it's up to you. So if you want to be, if you want to date that person, if you want to level up with that person, if you want to go on vacation with that person, it is up to you just as much as it's up to them to make that decision too. Are you having regular conversations? Are you turning around on yourself and saying that, hey, I'd like to talk to you, and not make it look like there is something bad going to be having for the conversation, but just have that conversation with them and say, hey, listen, I want to talk about blah, blah, blah. And in blah, 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 I want to be able to, speak my piece. And sometimes, and this is where, for my personality, I sometimes like to know before the conversation is going to happen, being like, hey, I want to talk to you about next Friday, or I want to talk to you about one of our vacation plans. And then for me, then it's my time to actually prepare for that. Because if you catch me off guard, then maybe I'm not at the mental capacity to have that conversation. And it could even be more specific, like, hey, if you want to move in, like, well, let's have that conversation, let's have that dialogue. And, you'd be surprised how that conversation can go. I feel like for those of you who have selected this particular reading, it's a matter of, are you putting too much pressure on the other person when a relationship is 50-50?